What are the odds, you reckon? They're going to go in there? There's about 4 frames of honeycomb in there. Maybe 5, I can't remember what the exact number was. But there's a real opportunity for them to take advantage of that if they wanted to. How long it takes for this to play out is a bit of an unknown. Sometimes this takes days. But where they're sitting now, they're quite exposed. And I would hope that they make up their mind soon. And I hope they make up their mind and go into my little spot there that I've given them. Definitely got a few bees going in and out of that box. And whilst the swarm appears noisy, chaotic, disorganised, dangerous, all those things, I've no doubt in my mind that they know exactly what they're doing and it's well structured. They're operating with the best intention for the whole colony, something we could all learn from, I reckon. Smart, productive creatures. It just goes without saying. So I literally just put this hive box with no bottom board over the top of this swarm, and it's pretty obvious to me it's time to go in. That's what they're saying. You can see them moving up in no time. Where you can also see it is over here. They're charging down the pole, getting across the ground here, getting up onto this other pole, and they're heading in. Thought I'd speed things up a bit by putting it on top like that, and it sure is doing exactly that. Oh, look at this pole. It's an exodus. And all they need to do is see the general movement of all the bees and off they'll go. You can see them racing down that post. The ground is nearly covered down there now. See them charging down that pole. Fantastic. Thought this might make life a bit easier for them. It's going to be awkward, but I'm going to get down lower and try and get in there and see a bit closer for you, because this is excellent. This is well worth the look. There you can see the base of the frames. You can see the bees marching up one another, trying to get in. They're saying, thanks mate, this is a good spot, we'll take it. And now, oh my goodness, now they're actually in the air, flying in to this location, so they're not just walking, they're actually flying across now. Except for these beauties. Look at that, aren't they lovely? Get back to this post. I don't think news has quite got to them all at the top yet. Geez, they're a beautiful colour of bee. I know that to anyone who does not keep bees would think that that's the weirdest thing to say. Look at them, charging down. Quick, get us in, they're saying. The noise of the fanning, they're all saying this is the spot to come. Get you back in close. Giddy up. Like I said earlier, it's often seen as a bad management moment by a beekeeper whose bees swarm, and whilst that might be true, and I do agree, I love seeing this. Just love witnessing all this. So there's definitely less on this pole now. See the bottom end of them here? They're all starting to figure out what's going on. What's amazing is that at some point here, there's probably a queen's moved, or she's out there moving at the moment, and a keen eye might see her. Love to see that. Oh wow, the sun's out. It's bright now. These guys are the forgotten ones. They haven't realised what's going on yet. But any moment and they'll work it out and they'll start heading down. Good. I reckon I could make life easier for them by bridging this gap. You can see that it looks a bit tricky to climb across that gap. If I slot that in there, like so, see if that makes it a bit easier. It's hard to see because it's so sunny, bright and sunny at the moment. Oh yeah, you're welcome. So many bees in the air. They're all buzzing around my head. Maybe they're about to fly off somewhere else. It's their choice. If they don't like it, that's what they can do. Part of me wants to turn the camera off because I can only imagine it's boring watching this, but I just can't stop watching it, so maybe there's some of you that are the same. Might stand up though for a minute and come back a bit so you can see it. Do you know what I've got to do? Have to do this, can't help it. I'm going to have to pop the lid and just have a quick look in there. Yep, spilling out the top. They're moving in. They're having a look through their new home. Now, you might have seen in the backdrop of some of the videos I've taken before here at home that we've got some beagles. They tend to walk in the background. The tough thing about this is where the beagles can get to. So I'm going to have to come up with a strategy how to manage that. If you've ever had beagles as a pet, you know that they get into just about anything. And I've certainly had the big beagle once knock over one of my hives at night. thought that bit of timber might help them get across. Not perfect, but easier nonetheless. I could almost scoop up these girls in my hand and put them down, but no point damaging them or aggravating them. I reckon they'll just get where they need to as time goes on. So I went away for about 10 minutes or so, 15 minutes. Look at the post now. A few bees on the top, a clump still sort of halfway down, small clump, and heaps down low. Get you down again. It's doing exactly what we're hoping that it would do. You can see here they're still moving across. It's nice and noisy. Good on you girls. Thanks. Giving us all something to look at. Beautiful. Oh, they're oh yeah, check this out. Sorry for moving it quickly. There's that blob there. That blob's nearly gone because they are flying down the post again. Yep. I think this is their end game. In another 20 minutes, I reckon they'll all be in. And only a few getting around in the air perhaps, but otherwise I reckon they'll all be in there, settling in, starting to make their new home. And then I had 6 colonies. But I do have a home for this one. I can send it somewhere else, which is helpful because I did need to get some bees to someone else's place that they wanted for pollination, so my little girl was right. These bees are going to go off and do some pollination. Carol and Ralph, they're coming to you. Get up and have another look, can't help it. Whilst the last few come across and that last small blob of bees comes down, I might just mention that HiveKeepers is going to the North American Beekeeping Conference and Trade Show. We're heading all the way over there from Australia, and we're going there not as an exhibitor but to connect and meet lots of other people. And by the time we get there, we'll certainly have released our product that we are bringing to the beekeeping world, which is exciting. In fact, right now it is, what are we, about the 18th of October, a rough guess. For some of you, by the time you check this out, we will have released it, and certainly in another month from now, I'm hoping it's readily available. The only way you can sort of stay in touch, or the easiest way you should stay in touch, is either go to the HiveKeepers Facebook page and like that page. But if you want guaranteed first look at what it is all about, you should go to hivekeepers.com. You'll be able to sign up there on the page just to the newsletter, and those newsletter members will be the first people to ever hear about what's going on. So make sure you do that. Trying to work out what's going on here with this little clump of bees. Are they talking to each other? One's sort of on the back of the other. Is it trying to sting it? Yeah, I think it is actually. Yep, oh, they just fell off. Still, chainsaws, if you feel like sending me some sort of money for advertising your products, that'd be great, thanks. Even though it's just a toy chainsaw. And would you believe, check out the pole, all clear. So They've found their new home. Here it is. What great news. Anyway, thanks for watching this. I'll try and get a little bit more a bit later on. HiveKeepers.com and HiveKeepers on YouTube. And as I mentioned before, don't forget to check out the HiveKeepers Facebook page. And that's where you can stay up to date with all the content that HiveKeepers is producing. Thanks again for watching. Look forward to sharing this with you and many more videos as the spring continues in Australia. Cheers. So we're back now. It's probably about an hour since we left you last, and here you can see the bees are all in underneath. A few flying in the air. Just had to go and get Tom from school. What do you think, mate? Does it look cool?
Yeah.
Do you reckon they look happy in their new home?
Yeah. Why are they under the box?
You've missed this bit. They all swarmed earlier today and they flew and landed on that post, and then I put this box there to hopefully encourage them into that box, and they did. They all went in, and that's what we're just showing all the people now. Looks cool, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully they're nice and happy in that new home.
Yeah.